Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to another reading. It's currently like 11:30 and I randomly felt called to do a reading, which I normally don't do readings like this. I do them for myself sometimes, but like I don't read spontaneously. So I'm excited. I'm not going to ask any questions. I just feel like Spirit wants to say something. So here we are. I'm using a new deck as well. This is my Oracle of the Dead. So it is an Oracle deck. It's not a tarot deck. But I don't know. I just felt like I needed to use this. Whenever you see this, these messages are for you. And sorry. Oops. And yeah, we'll see what comes out. It's kind of another surprise reading. Okay. What messages? Thank you, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, higher self. Please help me connect to everyone that will see this. What do they need to know right now? Okay. Great Ennead. I hope I'm saying this right. Light. And Thoth. The fact that Thoth is coming out is crazy. I've been like I watch a lot of I watch a lot of like videos on YouTube before I go to bed, like informational videos about like different world myths or I don't know, space or something, just different subjects. And yesterday was Thoth, and then I don't know, I was just like thinking about him before, and I was thinking about making an altar, and I've been thinking this for a while. So the fact that, and I honestly picked this deck because of him. So it's just crazy. Okay. Anyway, because this is new and I've never used this deck, I'm going to read it from the book. So we have 46, 40, and 13. So also these numbers might be some like significant in some way. Maybe 10 could be significant as well, or just 4. Oh, 444. But yeah, okay. This is a tarot after dark kind of reading. So the vibes are chill today. Okay. So, key ideas: collaboration, teamwork, unity. The Great Ennead was the representation of the 9 principal deities of the pantheon, also known as 9 gods of Heliopolis. They were Atum/Ra, Osiris, Isis, Nephthys, Set, Nut, Tefnut, Geb, and Shu. The number 9 is said to be a very powerful number, representing the collective power of 3 times 3, and in numerology it signifies wisdom through experience. When this card shows up as one of your spreads, it is highlighting the need for collaboration and teamwork. It indicates that you have undertaken something which you cannot achieve or complete alone. You will need assistance and support. This card suggests that you build up a network of friends, family, colleagues, and professional services so that you have the support available to you when you need it. It also speaks of unity. So if there has been some discord in your circle recently, know that this will soon be resolved and unity will be restored. Independence has its place, but you also need to know when it's time to be a team player. No man is an island, and this card suggests that now is the time to seek help and to build a strong circle of support around yourself. This card could also indicate that you will soon be called upon to support another. Interesting. Okay, so maybe there's something that like you've been trying to do, and maybe it hasn't worked up like up until this point by yourself, but maybe if you do some kind of collab with someone, whether it's telling a friend and maybe they can help you out in some way, even if it's like with like small things, it doesn't have to be with help with the entire thing itself, you know. It could just be like, you know, tying loose ends kind of thing. That might help you like move forward with this thing, whatever this thing is. But it's definitely talking about just like community in general. So it also doesn't even have to be like necessarily help from other people, but just like being around more people at this time, maybe. If you've been feeling like you want to go out and you want to like hang out with new people and things like that, like maybe this is just a sign that you should be trying to do that right now. Okay. Then we have light. I'm just gonna, okay. This is a lovely card and it denotes a time of happiness and joy to come. Okay, so it's kind of like the sun, I think. Dawn, improvement, happiness. It indicates that a new dawn is about to break out in your life. So no matter how dark or stagnant things might have seemed up until now, the card suggests that a new light will shine bright within your life. This light might not happen all at once, but may be more of a gradual glimmer, like the rising sun. Something wonderful is on the horizons for you. A new miracle that brings great joy with it. If you have been feeling in low spirits lately or nothing seemed to have been going according to plan, rest assured that things will improve for you soon. All good things are coming to you now, and you can bask in the golden glow of a new dawn. Love that. Okay, so things are definitely looking up. Maybe some of you even feel like you don't want to hang out with people and like just be around a lot of other energies and things like that. And it's maybe you've been feeling down in like what the card says, and that's why you haven't really wanted to be around people. But I mean, I feel like the cards are saying either people are going to come to you or you're going to open yourself up to people, and it's going to help in some kind of way. I don't necessarily know why. Maybe we'll see in a second, but I don't know. Something about other people is just like very, very on topic for you at this time. Thoth, key ideas: wisdom, invention, literature, legislation. When this card appears in a spread, it is asking you to be the scribe of your own life. Your future is unwritten, but you have more control over it than you might think. The act of writing down your goals, dreams, and desires is a form of alchemy, because it can help manifest these things into your reality. Writing is a form of invention in itself, so use the written word to invent your future. This card also indicates legal matters and cautions you not to sign anything without fully understanding it first. Read the small print. Take professional advice if necessary. Also be cautioned not to write down anything for which you do not wish to be held accountable. Okay. Overall, I think that you understanding what you're trying to manifest, what you're trying to bring into your life at this particular time is going to help shine a light on a path, and the path is going to involve other people. It's going to involve you needing to collab, needing to network, like it said, and talk to others and be more open. And maybe that's something that like you're not, I'm not even going to say that, but yeah, I think this reading is just going to be about preparing for this, because I think it's just a little different than what you normally do. Like at this particular time, And so the universe kind of knows that like you might be a little uncomfortable, or maybe you're excited, you know. It's a collective reading, so y'all could be feeling many different things. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay, wow, we got illumination. That's literally light. Determination and caution. Yeah, I feel like you want to be cautious about it, about this path, but I think that your determination will actually help you just go with the flow and just go with it anyway, instead of being so cautious that you don't move at all. I got slightly worried that this reading was for me and not a collective reading based on the tarot reading that I just watched. But I randomly pulled a card from the other deck that I was going to use, and Path of the Heart came out. So I'm going to assume that this is a reading for all of us, myself included. And we're going to continue. And maybe that in itself expresses how you feel. Maybe things happen or you feel things and you don't trust them. That's where the caution comes from. You don't trust them. And it's like you feel like the path is illuminated, but at the same time, you're not. It's like you have determination in you to want to move towards that path and like walk it, but you still get hesitant because you still worry if it's actually a path for you, or if things that you don't like are going to happen, or what changes are going to happen, because you never know how it's going to affect your life, you know? You might think you know, but at the end of the day, we never know what's happening in the future. And it makes you worried. Or even just like self-doubt, like maybe you just think that like you're not capable of doing certain things, and some of those certain things that you feel like you're not capable of doing are things that you want to do. So it's just like, it's a hard game sometimes. But we got path of the heart, a path dedicated to romantic love. Main life lessons will be heart-based on earth to obtain emotional wisdom. So you can take that literally. I am reading this as following your heart in a way that's like, if you feel like there's something that you have been called to do and you truly feel like this is something that you want to pursue, or someone that you want to pursue, or you want to move, and people might think that you're crazy because you want to move halfway across the world by yourself with like whatever, or like maybe just with a person, or whatever the case may be, and everybody thinks you're crazy, and you're like, but I truly feel like I would thrive there, even though it's so out of touch with how I live right now, you know? And I don't know, I'm taking this, so, you know, take which one resonates for you. It could be literally like love, or it could be, it could also just be both. Maybe for some of you, following your heart is like being with someone specific, and maybe, okay, obviously I'm not talking about like a toxic person. I'm talking about like, you know, when like people think sorry, you know, when people think like, oh, well, everybody doesn't like them, but like, I want to be with them. That's my sign. No, that's not what I'm talking about, because we're not talking about like people saying that your person is toxic and you just don't want to see it. I'm talking about you have a list of what you want in a partner and they cross everything off except for one. And instead of you, and like following your heart is like, oh, I know that I would have a really happy life with this person. But just that one little thing, and it's like, really? Like, because that's just your ego. Everyone is not perfect. I don't think anyone is ever going to find someone that is exactly 100% every single thing that they want. I don't even think that we all know exactly what we want. Okay? So I just don't, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm whatever, but everybody comes with a sacrifice, right? So maybe for some of y'all, that is your like lesson, your life path right now, like focusing on relationships and accepting one. But for others of you, I do think that this is just a reiteration of like following your dreams, following the ideas that you have and your intuition, knowing and trusting that your intuition is right. Not even right. Let's try not to even look at it as right and wrong. Just knowing that your intuition is leading you to like the best life possible. Warrior spirit, relentless commitment to relentless commitment to challenges, approaches life as a personal battle, here to master your forceful nature. I also feel like, so it's like you are very strong. And sometimes we're so strong to the point that we think that we need to protect ourselves from everything because we can, but it's like you need to let things in though. Can't let things in if you got a bodyguard, right? Back of the deck we have synchronicity, fully aligned to your soul purpose. Strategically orchestrated messages, an event where needs are met. This is crazy. The energy right now is just crazy. And I know I seem very chill and calm right now, but I genuinely feel like it's just deep. I'm gonna get some tarot cards. Oh, hold on. I have one more. What messages? Balance. You know. Oh, well, this is waning. Never mind. I was gonna say this is coming up, but it's not. Okay, number 19 as well. I think that is some balance. I think that like you need to learn to balance, or maybe you have learned, and this is just confirmation of like what you're doing right now. But there's a need to learn to balance like the road that you want to take and not doing it out of like fear, out of caution. Like, it's fine to be a little logical and to like think about your actions and where it's going to lead you, but you also have to be okay with going with the flow of not knowing, you know? Because then it's like, how are you ever going to make a decision? And I think that maybe that is where your balance is off a bit. It's actually so crazy, the cards that are coming out, because I'm not even kidding. The reading that I just watched, it's her name is Rosology. And I think it was like what... Ooh, hold on. because I genuinely think that y'all should watch that. What is keeping you blocked? And it was posted on August 31st. That's today. I think watching that, you're the synchronicity of the cards is actually crazy. Like, that's why I was wondering if the reading was for myself, but I don't know, for some reason I felt like I should record it. So I'm kind of like, but I watched that reading right before I did this one, and then I journaled about it for a bit. I feel like she gave like kind of like prompts. I write down sometimes when I'm watching a tarot reading. She asked specific questions, unlike me. So maybe that's honestly why the energy is coming out. I don't know. But it was really, really informative. I don't know if it's just the vibes right now. I don't know. But go watch it if you're seeing this. I think it'll also help. I think she was just like, so she's amazing. I really enjoy her readings. Okay, moving on. Let's get one more. Ooh, we have extremes. Hot moon 34. So I feel like that's coming out because once again, you need to balance to like be able to, it's like you can't follow your heart if you're imbalanced, because then you can't like make a decision. But I think that you go from one thing to the you go from one extreme to the other extreme, rather than like meeting yourself in the middle or meeting other people in the middle. Like maybe with the great Anid. What did I say before? Oh my god, whatever. I have to look up these fucking words. But like maybe with that, you know how I said like maybe some of y'all have like low energy and you don't really want to talk to people, so you're kind of isolating a little bit. But for some of y'all, you're wanting to like talk to people and go out and stuff. Maybe you can meet yourself in the middle, you know, like only one day of the weekend you go out rather than two, you know, that way you have a day for yourself and a day to like be out and stuff. Like maybe something like that might help. I don't know, but there's just an energy of like doing one thing, doing the other. Maybe you're one week you're so determined, you're feeling really good, you are doing everything that you need to do to like get this plan, this idea, whatever, in motion. But then the next week you're so anxiety ridden and you're so nervous, and you don't do anything that you say you're going to do because you end up like overthinking the thing itself. You end up overthinking like about the path, like, am I on the right path? Am I doing the right thing? Like, should I be doing this? Maybe I should be doing this instead. Like, maybe that'll work better. Maybe that'll work faster. Like, you know, like it's too one or the other. And it's like you can be going with the flow and chill and calm while also caring and trying to manifest a specific result. You might not get that exact specific thing, but at least you will get something in that realm and better. You know what I'm saying? Rather than you just like doing stupid shit and not really being present, and then nothing really changes. You know, because you're so paranoid, so then you don't make a decision and then you don't do anything. Gratitude. So you have 19, 23, and 34. And it just like might help to show gratitude. You honestly, I don't know. You know how people are always like, oh, show gratitude, but like, what does that even mean? I don't know. But I do find when I write down things that I'm grateful for, like I like to do a bullet journal, and I do like a stripe of a color each day. I think at the end of the month it looks so pretty. And I know this sounds ridiculous, but that's honestly the reason why I do it. And I only fill out the colors when I'm writing, when I actually write down the thing that I'm grateful for. So it makes me write it. And by the end, and like when I reread it and stuff, I don't know. It feels different. It's like I understand the sense of gratitude more, because especially when you acknowledge it outside of your head and like actually acknowledge it, because realistically we can be grateful for a lot of things, but we don't really say it, you don't really say it all the time. So like just writing it down, and a lot of the times I would be writing like kind of the same thing just in different words, and I feel like it made such an impact with like being grateful in the moment as well, to the point where it makes me want to be present, and maybe that will help you with this balance, showing gratitude in some way, because maybe it'll help you realize like, okay, instead of me being overly cautious, I'm grateful that I experienced what I experienced before, even though it wasn't the best, and it does make me a little nervous now, but I'm grateful that I went through it, because now I can do something with it. It's like you need those lessons, I hope that makes sense. I'm just chatting. It's, it's late night. I feel like I'm on a podcast. Okay, I think we should get advice. So, let me go get my cards. I don't know why I didn't bring any tarot cards. There was one card left in the deck. What was it? Temperance, of course, to go with balance, of course. So, Spirit just wants to reiterate, like, finding a medium, finding a balance within yourself, not a balance that anyone else tells you to do. How can you calm yourself? How can you get back in tune? Quiet your mind, whatever that is for you. Maybe for some of you that's taking a bath. Maybe for some of you it's lighting a candle. Maybe for some of you it's watching calm TV. Who knows? But just doing those things to ground yourself. What advice do their spirit teams have for them? Thank you. First, we have the Eight of Pentacles. I think some of you genuinely worry that you're not good enough. Stop comparing yourself and stop worrying that like it's just in here it shows them working on the car, but like now it's robots and it's like they're replaced. And that feeling of being replaced. So maybe for those of you that it was talking about a relationship, like maybe someone left you for someone else, or maybe even you did that to someone. And like it just left you in a place of like feeling like you are not good enough, and like someone will always come and scoop your happiness away or give your happiness to someone else, whatever. But it's like, one, you obviously were not supposed to be with that person, because why would you want to be with a person like that? And no, I'm not even going to say that because not high. But it's just a more negative energy that needs to be balanced in a way that's like, once again, yes, this was a shitty fucking thing, but what did I get out of it? What did I get out of it that I can make into a positive, that I can use to be better? Use to move my life in a different way. Example, I got fired from my job like months ago, and it was really shitty and really hard. Because like, I don't understand why I got fired. Like, it was just like literally for just stupid reasons. And for a while I was like, what the fuck? And I wasn't even like mad. I think I was just more sad, because it was just like, I just didn't understand. And now my life is like so different, and like I'm back in school, and I feel like I've found something that I actually like want to pursue, and I'm not sure how I'm going to pursue it entirely yet, but like I'm just building the foundation to be able to do something with it. And it's just like, I would have never done this if I didn't get fired. So like, even though, yes, things can replace or change or whatever, it's just like building a skill is still important, and having a lesson from something, because maybe you're not building like a physical skill like in the real world, maybe it's like a mental thing as well, like maybe you have to learn something mentally, but like being able to balance out what you take from the things that you do is important, and like doing that right now will like really help you. The other card you got was Three of Cups. Wow, another card about social. So you guys definitely, there's something about other people. Maybe like you just like get like social anxiety. Maybe for some of you, you are afraid to leave a situation because you're worried that like you're not gonna find the same thing again. If you look at the Three of Cups card, like they're partying, they're having a great time, whatever, but then at the end she's alone and she's left to clean everything up herself. No one even like had the caringness to like be like, hey, do you need any help? Like, that was a great party. You know, like they were out. So it's just like, damn, like she's really in her thoughts. She's really like feeling alone, even though she was just with a bunch of people. And it's like, maybe some of you are overindulging in this, in people, in like partying, like whatever, and you're not engaging enough and like just more unserious, I guess, things, and you're not really engaging enough in like building something for yourself. Interesting. So it's like, if you feel like you've been just like, where are your priorities, you know? Yeah. Your spirit team is like telling you, please balance this. We're not saying don't ever have fun, but also like you have to build, and sometimes it's annoying and sometimes it's scary and like whatever, or like sometimes you're just tired. But it's like, if you're not tired enough to like not go out, then honestly, I mean, you know, then like do this, please. Anything else? Any other advice for them? Oof, I did not want to take all these cards, but I will. The Sun. So you have illumination, you have light. I don't know why I said oh yes, illumination was the yellow card. Light, the Sun. The High Priestess. The King of Cups. and the Page of Cups. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. Listening to your emotions, listening to your intuition, allowing your mind to be calm and hear your emotions and the things that are running in your head is going to lead you to the happiness, lead you to the light, lead you to the illumination, lead you to the path that you're supposed to be on. But like, you can't hear it, you can't hear your priestess, you can't hear your intuition, you can't hear God, whatever you want to call it. You cannot hear it if you are here, if you are surrounding yourself with people that are not in alignment with yourself, if you're surrounding yourself with things that are not going to help you, if you're surrounding yourself with things that give you anxiety, that make you feel bad, that make you feel more negative emotions, that make you feel alone, things like that. It's like what's the saying when it's like quality over quantity? Like, maybe you're worried about being around a lot of people, but those people are not good for you anyway, so there's no point in being around them. You don't need to be around them. This is not like, unless you're like in school or something, or like maybe you have to see them at work, whatever, you can still like distance yourself. You know, you can't like not see them every day because you have to see them because of your schedule or whatever. But like, other things are distracting you and you are not listening. And your spirit team is like, please, if you just allowed yourself a moment to just be calm and to just be quiet, you would hear where to go. And you will find that you didn't need these people in your life anyway. You didn't need to rely on them so much, or on this relationship or whatever. There's just a lot about like a lot of people. So I don't know, I just feel like you're interacting with a lot of people for some reason. I don't know, take the time to find the balance though, for sure, between the things that like you need to be doing and the things that you just want to do that give you temporary happiness. She's not happy the whole time. Look at how she looks after the party. Like, she is like, oh, this is so sad, you know? And like, it's dirty. She has to clean. She's not even just feeling alone. She has to do shitty things. And like, afterwards, like, that just makes you feel just like, oh, this fucking sucks. She's like, are you doing things to actually help yourself? Or is it just fun in the moment? Is it just helping in the moment? Interesting. That's an interesting reading. If you watch the other reading, let me know, because I feel like you're gonna see the synchronicities and it's kind of crazy. All right. Wow, you got 2 of Wands in the back of the deck, and like here, she's like on a game show and she has to choose between doors 1 and 2. And I think it's also just like, if you keep choosing door 2, you're gonna walk through door 2. If you keep taking steps towards door 2, that's where you're gonna go. Alright? So just like, think about it. Make sure that you're actually moving towards a path that you want to move towards, because right now is just a very powerful time for you. So listen to yourself. Okay, that's what I have for you today. That was interesting. I'll see y'all next week. Love you all.